Minnesota Vikings have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Fran Tarkenton. And it's intended for Flatley. And Davey Whitzel takes the ball away from Flatley on the interception and is returning. Whitzel, not scheduled to start. Started at his regular cornerback position. He has come up with the interception and returned to the 49-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. Bukic now retreating. As he's hit by Dixon, he fumbles, and number 67, George Seals, recovers for the Bears for a loss. Now in the 3rd quarter, the Minnesota Vikings are in possession, trailing by 3 points. Van Tarkenton. He finds Paul Flatley. Again at 10 yards, Rosie Taylor, number 24, brings him down. Jim Lindsay started at halfback today in place of Tommy Mason. Injured, did not dress. Here's a pass to Lindsay in the right flat. He gets 17 yards before Benny McRae wrestles him out of bounds. Again, Jim Lindsay, the former Arkansas All-American. He gets 14 yards. Again, Rosie Taylor makes the tackle. The Bears are leading by a score of 3-0. We're in the 3rd quarter. Van Tarkenton now setting up. Looks for Flatley. He makes the catch on the 15, and Flatley's taking it in for the touchdown. A 33-yard touchdown play. The Vikings moving 82 yards in 8 plays. As Cox added the conversion, and Minnesota goes out in front by a score of 7-3. Now the Chicago Bears have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trailing for the first time in the ball game. Rudy Bukic passing to his split end, Jimmy Jones. Dale Hackbart blocked him out of bounds after a gain overall of 31 yards. 1st and 10 for the Bears now at their own 47-yard line. Bukic with a pitch out to Gale Sayers. He has been contained for most of the day. Jim Marshall, number 70, made the tackle. Again, is 6 yards on the play. Quarterback Rudy Bukic. And his tight end, Mike Ditka. It's an 11-yard gain, a 1st down on the Minnesota Vikings 41-yard line. Carl Kasulka made the tackle. Now the Bears, trailing by a score of 7-3, have the ball in Minnesota territory. Rudy Bukic. Into the flat to Ronnie Bull, number 29. Kasulka coming up fast, but it's again a 7 yards on the play. The Chicago Bears moving the ball steadily toward the Minnesota Vikings goal line as Rudy Bukic now throws out into the flat, complete to Gale Sayers, who goes on out of bounds. A 7-yard pass play. Bukic again. As Sayers gets by before the handoff, it's a fumble. Recovered by Carlella for the Minnesota Vikings on their own 23-yard line. So the Bears have given up the football. The Vikings are in possession. They lead 7-3. Vikings fail to move the ball, and Bobby Walden is in to punt on 4th down. But he doesn't punt. He fakes the kick and takes off. Bobby Walden on the fake punt picks up 18 yards on a 1st down on the Minnesota 46-yard line. The Vikings retain possession of the football. They retain the lead in the football game. Van Tarkenton now. Scrambles out toward the sideline. That's Fortunato in pursuit. Gets a handful of jersey and brings Tarkenton down for a loss of 16 yards. Again, Tarkenton looks for his favorite receiver, Paul Flatley. And Flatley takes the ball away from Rosie Taylor. A completion, it's good for 27 yards. So now the Vikings have the ball in Chicago territory. 1st and 10 at the Chicago 43. Bill Brown gets 7 before Purnell brings him down. Rookie Jim Lindsay finds a big hole. He gets 11 yards, and again it's Rosie Taylor who makes the tackle. Bill Brown. Got by Butkus after a gain of 5. The kick is up. It's good, and the Minnesota Vikings extend their lead to 10-3. The Bears have the football, trailing by 7 points in the 4th quarter. Rudy Bukic throws long to Jimmy Jones. He gathers it in, hit by Dale Hackbart. A 23-yard pass play. Bears are moving, trailing by 7. Bukic again. Setting up to throw. Intended for Gale Sayers. And Sayers gathers it in with Hackbart and Kasulki in pursuit. A gain of 32 yards to the Minnesota Vikings 10-yard line. The 12-yard line with Davey Witzel holding. LeClair's kick is up. It's good, and it's the Minnesota Vikings 10, the Chicago Bears 6. Fran Tarkenton. Scrambles out and throws to Paul Flatley. He's all alone. Rosie Taylor makes the tackle after a gain of 18 yards. Now in the 4th quarter, this is a 3rd and 9 situation. Van Tarkenton scrambles out. Big Doug Adkins trying to cut him off on the far side. Gets the pass away. And it's complete to Jim Lindsay. 14 yards and a first down at midfield. 3rd and 3 now. The pass to Brown is a lateral pass, and it's a free ball. Joe Fortunato coming in to recover for the Chicago Bears, who take over. The Bears with a golden opportunity now, and Bukic retreats to throw. Intended for Jimmy Jones, and intercepted by Kasulki, whose momentum takes him on into the end zone. It'll be brought back and spotted on the 4th. 4th quarter, the Chicago Bears get the ball back on a short kick into the wind. And the handoff goes to Gale Sayers. This time, Gale Sayers finds running room and gets 17 yards to the 28-yard line. Kasulki and Eller made the tackle. Gale Sayers again. This time he gets 9. It's 2nd down and 1 yard to go. The Chicago Bears in possession on the Minnesota Vikings 19-yard line. The Vikings are leading by a score of 10-6. Bukic, he hits Mike Ditka. Ditka breaks one tackle. Another at the 3-yard line, bulls his way in for the touchdown. And with Roger LeClair's point after, the Chicago Bears regain the lead by a score of 13-10. With 2 minutes remaining to be played in the game, the Vikings in possession, trailing by 3 points. Van Tarkenton. Scrambles out of the pocket. And with Doug Adkins hanging on, Tarkenton looks for Brown. Dick Butkus coming over and deflects the pass, incomplete. Now it is 4th down. The Minnesota Vikings electing to go for it rather than to punt, figuring they'll never get the football back. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining to be played. Tarkenton looking for his favorite receiver, Paul Flatley. Flatley makes the catch with Benny McRae all over him. A pass play, good for 30 yards, and the Minnesota Vikings retain possession late in the ball game. Chicago leading 13-10. Rand Tarkenton. It's Tom Hall, and it's good for 10 yards. A first down now for the Vikings on the Chicago 34-yard line. Butkus and McRae made the tackle. The Vikings are trailing by 3 points. They'll try a field goal that will tie it up if they can make it. From the 38-yard line, Fred Cox booting, and it is blocked at the line of scrimmage. It's rolling around, picked up by Tarkenton over to Cox. Cox trying to get rid of the ball, flings it forward. An illegal forward pass that'll cost them 5 yards, but the Chicago Bears get possession and have the ball to run out the clock.